This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Stacy Jensen. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and East Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen. It's Monday, May 23rd.
Well, police have located a wanted fugitive over the weekend. 42-year-old Jeremy Darrell O'Brien fled the scene of a vehicle versus pedestrian crash that occurred at the Prump Nugget on Thursday, May 19th. The male that was struck near the south side doors of the casino was found not breathing and bleeding from the head. Following a search of the area and with the public's help, police located his vehicle in the parking lot of a business on East Street here in Pahrump. The suspect reportedly resided in a trailer behind that auto repair facility. Police utilized a public address system to call O'Brien out of the home and found that he was not inside. Law enforcement spent the next few days on a search for the man who reportedly left on foot after abandoning his Nissan Rogue that struck the victim. The unnamed victim was transported via Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue ambulance in grave condition to Desert View Hospital with CPR in progress. He succumbed to his injuries a short time later. Police say that O'Brien and the victim had previous history, and after reviewing casino footage, it's clear that this was an intentional act. Witnesses report that there was an altercation before the crash. The driver left traveling northbound through the parking lot immediately after hitting the victim with his SUV, reportedly causing damage to the vehicle as well. O'Brien was located off of Thousand Air Boulevard late Saturday night. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies said that they had assistance from the U.S. Marshal Regional Task Force and Nevada Highway Patrol. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies took him into custody. Jeremy O'Brien is being held on $1 million bail in the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. He is facing charges of open murder.
And Amargosa Fire Department and Beatty Ambulance spent 11 and a half hours on scene at the Ponderosa Dairy in Amargosa for a fire. There were approximately 400 tons of hay spontaneously caught fire. According to authorities, the structures were involved and no injuries reported. However, personnel from the dairy did assist with the fire suppression.
And we want to just correct that there was no structures involved in that fire. Well, Amargosa Fire Department was dispatched to a rollover crash today. That occurred on Highway 373. On scene, Amargosa Fire Department and Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies. Luckily, no injuries were reported.
And according to the Nevada Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation's April 2022 economic report, Nevada added 5,200 jobs over the month as the state continues to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. Employment remains below typical levels, but it is at 107,100 jobs since April of 2021, an annual increase of 8%. The largest increase in employment over the year reflects the significant effects of the pandemic over the past 2 years. Total employment level in the state is at 1,445,500. The state's unemployment rate in April was at 5%, unchanged from March, and is actually down by 3.6 percentage points when compared to April of 2021. We'll be back with more News 25 right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Lisa Spahitz and Mike Plasmeyer at Country Financial Insurance. Auto, home, life, and commercial. 775-727-8920.
Well, things are a little bit different when it comes to expos here in town. A company named Pro Expos held an over 50 event at the Prump Nugget last week. What's Pro Expo?
Oh, a local event business that produces consumer events for local businesses and local attendees. We have no tourism at all. This is a 50-plus festival. It's designed for people that are 50 and older to find the products and services that they need or that they look for, because it's different from 30-year-olds,
Yeah.
and all the local businesses that provide those services are here. All local businesses, all geared towards 50-plus attendees, and all the attendees that come are local people, just living in the neighborhood. This is the 9th of 10 that we are doing. We did 8 already prior every Friday, and next week our last one will be in Mesquite at the Virgin River Casino. This is our 4th year in Pahrump for the 50 Plus Festival, and our 2nd year for the Veterans. June 11th is the Veterans Festival, coming right here in the same hall. It's designed for all the local veterans, and it's all the local veteran organizations that offer services to the local veterans. That's veteransfestival.org.
What's this officially called?
50 Plus Festival, and its website is 50fest.org.
And Brian Krasinski from Great Basin College says dozens of students turned their tassels this past week. He's here to tell us about the class of 2022 and how you can be a future GBC graduate.
We had a fantastic event because of the situation with everything that's going on these days. We had it outdoors. It was at the winery. Fantastic venue. Kathy over there was absolutely wonderful, helped us with everything that we needed. The staff here in Pahrump put together an unbelievable event for all of our students. It was great. They went above and beyond what they needed to do to give our students what they needed. Had 20 plus students walk, around 40 graduate this semester. Our nursing program is it's up at the top for the state of Nevada as far as nursing programs go. Our students get through this program and they have a ton of success passing the NCLEX and finding jobs around the country. We've brought down radiology now. We have a sonography program that's coming in for a bachelor's program. Again, we have our machining manufacturing that's become really popular, and every semester it seems like we're growing, but our health sciences department has just been going off the rails with success right now, and all of our students are doing great. So yeah, so we've got our 3 bachelor's programs. All different bachelors fall within these parameters, but then you also have the Associate of Science and Associate of Arts and Associate of Applied Science and a certificate. There's so many opportunities right now for financing your college. Nevada has a bunch of grants that are perfect for helping out. The federal Pell Grant, because we are still, although we are a 4-year college, we fall in that kind of community college range for pricing. So if you qualify for the Pell Grant, that will generally cover your costs to attend classes here. And then there's other opportunities, other grants out there like the Sandy Grant. That's the big one for the CNA right now, and other certification programs. So if it's a quick 6 to 8 month program to earn a certificate, the Sandy Grant can get in that. It's mostly career and technical stuff, and that's another way to pay for it. By all means, call us. Our number is 775-727-2000. You can set up an appointment with one of our advisors. We have Diane Reitman. You've talked to her a few times. And our new one, Amanda Sprayberry. Fantastic advisors. If they want to sign up for career and technical, I'm Brian Krasinski. I'd be more than willing to sit down with them and find a career path for them to make sure that they succeed here.
Thanks so much, Brian, for inviting us down. Thanks, Kip, for those photos. Well, U.S. candidate Bill Hochstedler stopped by our KPVM TV studios to tell us about his campaign for office.
So my name is Bill Hochstedler, and I'm running for the United States Senate. I've never been a politician before. This is my first time running for anything other than when I was class president or like a FFA and things like that. So I've been a healthcare executive for the last few years, but a little bit more background on me. I moved to Nevada on purpose because it's the state that has the most freedoms in my mind, and it's particularly Nye County. So I'm a Nye County resident. I'm a father. I'm a veteran, and it's the true patriot. I just wanted to let you know that I joined the military back during the Jimmy Carter administration, so that'll give you a hint as to how old I might be. I'm over 60. After the Army, or actually while in the Army, I went to college and then also switched over to the Air Force after college. So I went active duty Air Force. Served in the what we call military intelligence or Air Force intelligence. I was an imagery interpreter, and also served as a liaison for the Air Force to the Defense Intelligence Agency. I'm the vice president of the Mayo Clinic and their joint venture with Ambient Clinical Analytics. They needed a West Coast vice president, and that's why I'm here in Nevada in the first place. We have people in this race who have run before and lost other races. They don't talk about it. They try to lie about it and say that they didn't run, and they get caught in the lie. Right here in Nye County, actually, at a meeting in November, they got caught saying that they had never run for anything before. I have it on tape on my phone. We have a straight shooter page on my website. It talks about honesty, integrity, be forthright, kind, patriotic, without regard to personal sacrifice, those types of things. These are American values, not Democrat values, not Republican values. These are American values, and that's what I stand for. So I'm not a far-right extremist, and I'm not a far-left extremist. I'm somewhere in the middle. I consider myself to be with the majority of the people in the state and with this country. As a U.S. Senator, our duty is not just to the state that we represent, but also to do what's right for America. And I know enough about the machinations coming from the outside that are trying to split America apart. Well, some of the things that we need to preserve or make sure that we do better at is our economic dominance in the world. And the reason I say that is without our economic dominance, then all the other programs that we want to do fall short of our goals and ambitions. So if we take care of our economic dominance, we can do the things like have a strong, secure military, do all the other things that we need to do with our borders, obviously help our homeless and all those that are disadvantaged. But if we let the outside win, with the machinations that I mentioned with China, Russia, what's going on with North Korea, Iran, these are the things that are going to split our country apart. We're not going to recognize this country 5 or 10 years from now unless we take action now. We need smarter, more honest people in Washington, D.C. that are going to do the things that we need to do for the people. We actually need to be honest in everything that we do. And we need to solve more problems than we create. Right now, we're doing the opposite. We're sending people to Washington who create more problems than they solve. It's not about me, it's about the people. It's about achieving a victory in this election year 2022. Victory2022.org. You guys can find me anytime in Pahrump. If you're local and want to catch me, you'll see me at all the big box stores and the little stores alike. I'm all over the town all the time when I'm shopping. I love Nye County. I love Southern Nevada. I love Nevada, and I love this country.
And it's campaign season. If you are a candidate for office and would like your one-time free news interview, please contact us. You can email me at deanna@kpvm.tv or news@kpvm.tv. News 25 will return on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
And welcome back. Brushing and flossing your teeth may seem like a mundane task, but did you know there's actually a link between your oral health and mental health? Psychologist Dr. Susan Albers with Cleveland Clinic explains.
Mental health impacts your overall health, including your oral health or the health of your teeth and your gums. Dentists are sometimes the first professional to identify and diagnose a mental health issue, and they make a lot of referrals to counselors and therapists. If you are struggling with your oral hygiene, check in with yourself and ask, is there a mental health issue that may be standing in the way? And if so, this may be important to acknowledge and bring up with your therapist. And the two of you together and with your dentist can make sure that it does not stand in the way of either your mood or your oral health.
And Dr. Albers says it can also help to eat more nutritious foods, which will not only benefit your oral health, but as well as your mental health.
A beautiful pit bull mix is available right now at our local shelter. Let's meet Hootie.
This segment is brought to you by Higher Society Smoke Shop in Las Vegas. Call 702-982-2300. Call 702-982-2300.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Hootie. Hootie is a hoot. She is this beautiful, very large pit bull mix. She is quite cute. She has mainly brown coloring with this minor tinge of like a brindle color underneath. It's very cute. And she also has these little white markings. She has a little white mark on the back of her neck and around the front and onto her chest and her little white snout. She is adorable. She is a senior, so that means she does qualify for the senior to senior program. So if you are over the age of 65, you get free adoption fees. So you can leave today with this beautiful little girly. Hootie is on the larger side, but she's very well mannered, very, very sweet, super gentle. I think she would just make an amazing friend. If you want to come and see Hootie or any of her friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, you can give them a call at 775-751-7020. You can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. And Hootie just wants to remind everyone that they are now open 7 days a week for adoption, so definitely come and see her. Bye, Hootie! She said bye.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, you know what? The winds died down a little bit. That's kind of good, right?
Yeah, except for now we have higher temperatures.
Oh, no.
John's going to have a complete weather update for us in just a moment.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Great to see you on a Monday. Just back from Alaska. Took a trip up to see my mom. Just flew in, and boy, are my arms tired. 80 degrees in Fernley and Fallon. That one never gets old. Carson City, 79. Tonopah, the cool spot in the state today at 74 degrees. It was 77 in Goldfield. Beatty felt Grady at 88. And Amber goes to the hot spot, 92. Las Vegas close on its heels at 91 degrees for a high today. And out in Death Valley, it's 102 degrees. Yeah, it's like Death Valley. Here in Paradise of Pahrump, well, let's take a look. How about 88 degrees? Feels pretty good right now. And felt a little bit better earlier. 89 degrees was our high today. Winds out of the northwest cooling things off to the tune of 12 miles per hour. And the sun rose this morning in all its glory and hope and promise for the new day at 5:31. Setting this evening at 7:49. It's going to be a beautiful sunset. We got some cloud cover. Makes great colors. And a low tonight is 61. That's where we're heading as the winds continue to gently whisper to us out of the northeast at 9 miles per hour. As we head on into the week, beautiful weather next couple of days. Look at this, 8 mile an hour winds. Perfect. Temperatures in the mid and upper 90s. It's going to cool off just a little bit Thursday, Friday, as we head on into the rest of the week. Winds buffet us Thursday and Friday at 16 miles per hour. Shouldn't be that bad. 10 mile per hour is where they'll retreat to. Saturday, Sunday, setting up for a really nice week, a really nice weekend. I'll take it. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
I wonder if we're going to have those triple digits.
It's coming.
We did say 100 before. Now it went down a little bit.
Back a little bit.
It did.
Yeah, it's
We're
at
waiting.
99 now.
There you go.
It's like right there.
Well, because of those hot temperatures, we have something to cool you off.
We do. We have the Pahrump pool opening. Yes, the community pool, it's opening. Soft opening is going to be May 28th and 29th, noon to 6 on the 30th through September 5th. Adult swim 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. and open swim from noon to 6. So get out there and cool off.
That's going to be fun. And you know that the community pool is right there on the side of Petrick Park at the corner of Basin and Highway 160. I think it's 50 cents. But you know that the pool almost always gets sponsored. And so I think it's going to be sponsored. We'll let people know about that coming up. And I got to tell you, on May 30th, that special day. It is Memorial Day. There's a few events happening. One's at the VFW Post. They always have their Memorial Day event. That's going to be happening at 10 a.m. The VFW Post is right there on Homestead Road near Mans. You can find out more by finding them on Facebook. They also have the flag retirement ceremony. Yes. We want to let everybody know about that. That starts at 11. The Boy Scouts typically do that at the VFW Post. A lot of people report that they see black smoke in the air. They think it's a structure fire. It's actually a flag retirement ceremony, and it goes on pretty much all day. If you have a flag that you would like to retire, you can drop it off at the VFW Post right now so that they can do the proper disposal, which is burning the flag, and they do that in a very honorable ceremony. At 6 p.m., the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, are having their sundown ceremony on Memorial Day. That's on May 30th. That's at the Chief Tecopah Cemetery, right there on East Street. Inside the Chief Tecopah Cemetery is the Veterans Memorial. That's right. And that is right next door to the Pahrump Community Library. Yep. And of course, that's going to be a very good event. All these veterans events, you got to arrive early. Yeah. Veterans Day, if you're on time, you're always late. So definitely arrive early for those. And we have the graduation for Pahrump Valley High School is coming up.
Graduation.
That is this Friday. And the KPVM crew will be down there.
Yes, we will.
We will be recording in a multi-camera shot. You can purchase a DVD or digital copy for $25. Give us a call, 775-727-9400, to pre-order your digital copy. And if you miss that, we do take orders at the time, and we will be having the full ceremony for the Pahrump Valley High School graduates.
All right.
It's going to be fantastic.
All right.
There's another event, right?
Nope. Well, that has to do it for us tonight. We'll have to come back and do more later.
All right.
I know.
Well, you know, we always upload everything on our Facebook page.
We do. I'm Stacey Jensen.
I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
Good night.
Good night.